Hey y'all, I have had a full day of teaching 6th graders, followed by car rider duty, followed by volleyball game gate duty, and it's been a long day, but I'm blessed. But I've been wanting to share something, and I tried to get more details before I shared, and that hasn't happened, but I still felt the need to share. My husband's grandmother used to tell this story, and I loved to hear it. I never got tired of it. About one of her sisters in her childhood was hit by a car, and this was in the very early days of cars. And the church that their family went to didn't believe in going to doctors and didn't believe in taking medicine. So they took her home, and she was injured internally, and her body and her torso began to swell, and it swelled up like a balloon. So bad so that the parents did want to take her to the doctor. And she said, "No, I don't want to go to the doctor. I want God to heal me because God will heal me." And they just were like, "No, we need to take you to a hospital." And she said, "No, God's going to heal me." So it seems like it happened on a Saturday, and I'm not positive if that's right or not. It might not have. But on a Sunday morning, the next Sunday morning, their pastor got up at church and said, "So-and-so was hit by a car. I wish I could remember her name. And she is really in need of a miracle. And we're going to pray tonight. Not we're going to pray right now. But we're going to come back here at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And we're going to pray and believe God to heal her. And if you don't believe, or if you have doubt, don't come. You just stay home. Because we're going to stand in the gap, and we're going to believe that God's going to heal her." And every time I heard that story, I was just astounded. One, that they didn't say, "We're going to pray for her right now." And two, if you're not fully in faith believing, don't come. I've never heard of anybody telling anybody just don't come to church. But I understand, and I've talked before about putting out doubt and how Jesus healed a child, and when he said the child was not dead, the people who knew the child was dead laughed. But we're supposed to speak in faith to things that are not as though they are. And that's what that church family did. The people who were fully standing in agreement and in faith, believing for that child's healing, gathered and prayed and believed, and they anointed a cloth to take. And after they had their prayer meeting, some elders from their church took that cloth. It was actually a big handkerchief, and they took that to that family's home, and they like snapped it out over her body like you would throw out a sheet you were about to put on the bed. And they said as that cloth came down on her body, that her body went down back to normal, just like a balloon that you let air out of. And I was so amazed about so many parts of that story. There are so many lessons, so many sermons, if you please, in that one story. And I just love it. And I've not even thought of it in years until just the past couple of weeks. And I thought I need to share that. There are so many wonderful stories that need to be told. And the people who told them are dead and gone. So if somebody told you a wonderful little story and their dad and gone, maybe you need to share it too. Y'all have a blessed day.